Yo, what is up, everybody? YuGiOhCardEU here, back at it again with a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. And oh my goodness, there is a ton to talk about in today's video. Shout out to YuGiOhCardEU. They dropped a brand new trailer for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, this time giving us all the details on the deck building mode in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And bro, there is so much to talk about in today's video. I am beyond excited. If you guys are also excited for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, be sure to leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more Master Duel content, because there is a ton to talk about in today's video. Without further ado, let's get into it. So right away, the trailer is going to get right into taking a look at the deck feature that's going to be right under the duel feature, which makes sense. And the first little bombshell that they drop here is the deck menu and how many decks that you're going to be able to create in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So as you can see right here, the main menu actually looks really cool. And then, you know, you have your starting deck right here. You have Blue Eyes White Dragon, Synchro of Unity. So these are just some sample decks right here, and we'll get into the customization and everything like that. But the first bombshell right there is this right here. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, it is possible to have up to 20 decks. And I don't know how I feel about only being limited to 20 decks, especially coming from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, where you can literally have unlimited amount of decks in a Duel Link. Now, that's because each character has 5 different deck slots once you level them up to max level, and you can actually buy more for a couple dollars in order to get more decks and whatnot. But as somebody that's played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, there is more than enough room to have more than just 20 decks, and you can just have as many decks as possible, it feels like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So being limited to only 20 decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is kind of iffy for me personally, mostly because of the fact that there is 10,000 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and that's a lot of cards to build a lot of decks on. And I feel like being limited to only 20 decks is kind of just, I don't know how I feel about it. And I'm afraid too that in order to get more than 20 decks in the future is that you might have to pay money for that, which if this game wasn't the model that it's going to be, where you're going to basically need to pay for almost every card, with some exceptions here and there, which we will talk about in today's video, because they also showed us another way to craft cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. But depending on how this crafting system works, it might be somewhat pay to win heavy, and having the ability to get more decks, and I'm afraid the ability to get more decks, you're gonna have to pay money for them instead of being able to unlock them in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So I'm not too sure how I feel about only having 20 decks in the game. We'll have to wait and see though. What I'm really hoping for though is that there is going to be a recipe feature, which actually does seem to be the case, which we'll take a look at later in this video. But I'm hoping they have a recipe feature very similar to previous Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, like the World Championship series on the DS and the PSP, where basically what you can do is that you can save a recipe of your deck, and then whenever you want to use that recipe, you just copy all those cards into your deck slot right here, and then you're going to be good to go. So I'm hoping we can do something like that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which we might be able to, which I'll show you guys later in the video. It has like a public deck feature where you can look up decks and whatnot. So hopefully that tool is really seamless and easy to use, so that you can upload your recipes on there and then copy them later if you need more than 20 decks. But again, I'm not too sure how I feel about the 20 decks, and I'm hoping they increase that sometime soon. So yeah, next screenshot right here just kind of highlights, you know, number of decks that you have currently. Obviously you have 3 slots, and then, you know, have up to 20 decks. So again, not too sure how I feel about that, but it also showcases some of the customization that we have going on here too. So one little cool thing that you can kind of see right here is that whenever you hover over your deck, it actually showcases 3 different cards that are prominent in your deck, and that's because you get to actually choose that. So as you can see, we have Synchro of Unity showcasing its Synchro cards, Blue Eyes White Dragons showcasing its Blue Eyes cards, and then it goes to more of the customization right here, where you can customize every single detail of the deck. You can customize the deck box, the cover art cards on the box, your duel field, your pets. One of these slots is your pets. I'm trying to remember which one is which. I think this is actually your life point counter, and then your pet, and then it has your like sleeve and whatnot. But we'll take a look at the screenshots here for sure. But yeah, you can customize literally everything of your deck, which is really cool. And then it goes to the card case right here. So the card case, you get to customize from there. This one has a really cool like fusion one that's purple. It has your protector, your sleeves and whatnot. So the Blue Eyes deck is going to be rocking Chaos Max Dragon. We have the dual field, which you get to customize, which is really cool. But then, yeah, we also have the 3 main card feature, which is really cool. So this feature is actually really nice, because what you can do is that when you're building your deck, you get to highlight 3 different cards that you want to highlight for your deck. This is really good for the fact that if you have like multiple copies of the same deck, you can differentiate the cards by choosing different main cards and whatnot. So if you have 2 different Blue Eyes decks, but they play differently, you get to highlight your 3 main cards differently by just setting them differently from each individual deck, which is really cool. So it's a really cool feature, and that's what they kind of explained in the little feature right here. Next up, we go to deck building, and deck building they claim is very I can't even say the word right now, intuitive. Cannot speak to save my life, but there's a lot to take away from here. First of all, it actually showcases us some of the card rarities that we get in this game right here. So we got Blue Eyes White Dragon, a UR. We have Whitestone Ancients and SR. That's weird to see as a Duel Links player, but then we have Ash Blossom as a UR, which is not a surprise because obviously it's going to be a pretty staple card. So it's really interesting to see the rarity of these cards and whatnot. So I don't know, bro. Looks like Blue Eyes White Dragon is going to be a little pay to win heavy here, bro. I'm going to have to make a video talking about the monetization model of Master Duel for what we know so far, because there's just so much to take away from it in this video right here. But Blue Eyes is looking a little pay to win, baby. Oh my god. And dude, look at that. Blue Eyes Ultimate Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is only a rare rarity. Makes sense. It's not that good of a card, but it's just, you know, weird to see about because it's like an iconic card. But wait, 5-headed dragon is a UR card? What is going on? I am so confused in the rarities of this game. This is so weird being a Duel Links player. 5-headed dragon's a UR, but Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's not. Okay, that's crazy. But yeah, no, this is kind of just showcasing the deck building is very intuitive. It has a lot of the same features that you would typically see in just literally any Yu-Gi-Oh game. Very similar to Duel Links. You get to sort you know, your cards by seeing which ones you own and which ones you don't own, which is cool. So it's kind of a mix of like the card catalog and you know, your deck building, which we'll see here. So yeah, you have the option of displaying only the cards you own or expanding your search to all 10,000 cards in the game. Because yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, there's a card catalog feature where you can take a look at every single card in the game, even cards you don't own. And then you can, and when you're building your deck, you're only able to look at cards that you do own. So it's kind of a mix of the both of those, which is cool. And then also here has the filter menu, very similar to like pretty much every Yu-Gi-Oh game out there. You get to filter out your cards. Specifically, they have like Pendulum highlighted here. You can highlight which attribute you want. You can attribute, or you can change like how specific spell and trap cards you want, so on and so forth. And they didn't really showcase everything in the filler menu here, but if you scroll down to the bottom, it probably has other filters that a lot of other Yu-Gi-Oh games have, like being able to filter monsters by tuner specifically, by like Gemini specifically, Union specifically, because those are different subset of cards, and they're gonna have those features in here too, considering that there is so many different types of features on this right here. And then yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, it's going to specify that you can change like the different types that you can do. So if you want to build just only a dinosaur deck, you can highlight that if you want to, so on and so forth. Very basic Yu-Gi-Oh game things that are in every other Yu-Gi-Oh game, but it's still nice to see in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, let's be real here. And then next up, it's going to talk about the public deck search, which I was kind of mentioning earlier in today's video. While I don't like the fact that you're only going to be limited to only being able to build 20 decks, I'm hoping that the public deck search is going to be very easy to utilize, where basically what you can do is that you can like upload your decks into the public deck search, and then you can copy and paste those decks you uploaded to the public deck search to then make and just build that deck in your game specifically. And what's cool about this tool is that you can get inspired by other people's builds, copy and paste one of their decks, put it into your game, and then edit it from there. So we have all sorts of different decks right here. We got, you know, your good old Dark Magician, we got Gandora, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, we got Elemental Heroes, Stardust deck, like we got all sorts of cool stuff. It has actually a really good range of both like meta decks, like iconic decks from the past. We have like a Zark deck right here, so we got like all the anime stuff. On the bottom we have some like, you know, different metas and whatnot, like Eldritch. You know, dinosaurs were really OP back in the day. All sorts of crazy stuff right here. It's actually really cool. And then, yeah, if you ever lack inspiration, the public deck section is for you. I'm going to be using this feature a lot. You know it, bro. You know it. But yeah, you could click on the deck that you want to consider utilizing. It's going to showcase what that deck is. It's going to tell you everything about its main deck and its extra deck. And as you can see right here, you can copy it. I'm not sure what standard means. I'm going to guess it's like the format that this is going to be used. So maybe like this is going to be in standard format with traditional rules, and maybe we can do other different formats by switching that filter. So that might be what that means. And then it also showcases too that you can actually filter when it comes to searching for different decks on the public deck search. So you can actually have a lot of filters here, so you can add certain tags and categories. So hopefully when you're uploading your deck onto the public deck filter, you can add your own tags and whatnot, so that you can differentiate from everybody else to be able to easily search it. So that's cool. And one cool thing that's cool here too is that one of the features you can do is filter by YCS, so you can play champion decks. Yu-Gi-Oh champion decks right here, which is a really cool feature. I do like this part of it, that's for sure. And then yeah, if you're interested in a public deck, you can check its content in detail, and it kind of showcases this feature again where you can show how much that you own. Obviously this guy got the Stack to God account because he has 3 copies of every single card here. Sheesh. But yeah, no, that's really cool. And then yep, you get to copy your deck if you want to, but I kind of wish they mentioned about that standard thing there. I'm not too sure what this is all about. But the next thing that's crazy though is the ability to get cards. So the trailer was kind of mentioning about here, if you're still missing some cards to complete your ideal deck, do not panic. TGS Animates tells you to not panic, and that's because of the different how to obtain feature right here. So what's cool about this, and this was a feature that was in Duel Links, which I'm really happy to see get added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, where if you have a card you don't know how to get, you can click the how to obtain button right here, and it's going to tell you how to get the card. So as you can see right here, it's going to let you know that this random ass card right here, I don't know why they showcased this card. It's going to be from a pack that kind of shows Blue Eyes. It's going to show an Elemental Hero. I forgot what this guy's name is, but he's one of the manga, like ace monster for manga Jaden. And then some other card I do not recognize whatsoever, but it's from this pack specifically, and it's not going to tell us the name of it, but it'll, like in the game it won't be blurred out here. Obviously you're going to be able to find which pack, and you're going to be able to go into that pack to open it up, which is kind of interesting. Also, I wonder if this pack means right here that like I'm kind of confused about this whole like pack. Like, does this mean that this card is in 3 different packs? Like there's a specific Blue Eyes pack, there's a specific E-Hero pack, and there's a specific whatever that monster is on the right hand side pack? Or is this all in one pack? And if it is an all in one pack, that's a very diverse amount of monsters. So we'll have to wait and see if they give us a video on how the shop's going to work in the future, because that one I'm kind of still unsure of. But again, you can click the how to obtain button and search by pack, or to search how to get this from a pack, which is really cool. Or what you can do is that you can basically do a generate. So this is mentioning right here, there's another way to get a missing card that you do not have by doing the generate feature. Basically, you can generate the card itself using craft points that you get in duels, missions, and so on forth. So this is going to be a very easy way that you don't need to convert duplicate cards. You can just simply get the card that you want by simply playing the game. So if you do really good in ranked PvP and whatnot, you're going to be able to get these generate points, these craft points, and then use them towards getting any single card that you want, which is really, 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 really nice, considering the fact that it's like, hey, there's 10,000 cards in this game. Hey, I want to get these specific cards for sure. So that is something that's really cool here for sure. And then it's going to kind of showcase right here that you can use craft points to generate a card. It generates a basic process card. There's a fixed possibility that a different process card will be generated. So you get a little gotcha right there to try to get a glossy or prismatic versions of the cards right here. But basically, for getting a rare card, you can use 30 craft points to generate and get that card. I'm gonna guess SR and UR rarities are gonna have way different ratios in order to craft them into them. Maybe UR cards are gonna have something ridiculous like 300 craft points. We'll have to wait and see because we don't know yet, but still cool that's showcasing this feature here, which is awesome. And then also the trailer is mentioning right here too that you can dismantle duplicate cards that you have too many copies of in order to get cards like this too. It's different from craft points as far as I know, but yeah, dismantling cards will also be able to help you out to get points to buy cards, which is really cool. Also, it looks like dismantling cards is going to give you the same craft points for generating them, as you can see in the bottom left here. Just a little clarification from future YuGiOhCardEU. And then as you can see right here, after you do it, you get the card you need. It's going to let you know what type of foil rarity it is. And there you go. Boom, bada, bang. And that is actually it for the Master Duel video right here. So much to talk about, bro. Oh my god. I'm still really looking forward to this game. I'm a little iffy on how they're going to be doing things here, so we'll have to wait and see how things are going to be going for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. But I am beyond excited, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys are, leave a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Master Duel content. I've been having an absolute blast talking and giving all you guys the coverage on this game. But other than that, it's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, everybody, and have a good one.